All right, everyone, the moment has finally arrived. After years of Whoopi Goldberg dominating conversations, shutting down opposing opinions, and running The View like her personal stage, she finally met someone who pushed back just as hard.
If you don't have anything to say, you blab. You just go on and 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 on.
Do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate.
This wasn't your typical panel debate. It turned into a full-blown clash. Karoline Leavitt directly challenged Whoopi's points, pointed out inconsistencies, and left the host without a comeback for once. The fallout has been massive, with whispers of executive pressure and rumors of major shakeups behind the scenes. But what exactly did Karoline say to leave Whoopi speechless live on TV? Stick around and make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more explosive moments.
Because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you. Because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Divisive and disgusting speech that any president, certainly in my lifetime, has ever given. He essentially waged war on half of the country by saying that we are all a threat to democracy because we believe in putting America first. It's not radical to want to put your country and your own people first. It's not radical to want to have a strong border, a strong military, and to unleash the might of your own economy, not economies around the world. You know, we have seen cultural Marxism trickling its way through every institution in this country. The public school system, the higher education university system, Hollywood, big tech, the corrupt mainstream media that I fought against in President Trump's White House are indoctrinating my generation of Americans into hating our country, hating one another based on race and gender and sex and all of this other BS.
It all started when Whoopi, Joy Behar, and the rest of the View panel grilled Karoline on cultural topics. The tension escalated quickly. Whoopi's signature eye rolls came out, and Joy jumped in with her usual biting commentary.
Probably been put in there because according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though, it's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous administration.
Here's the irony. The show frequently talks about supporting women. Yet when a conservative woman steps into the spotlight, the reaction isn't applause. It's mockery and criticism.
So you cannot be attractive and smart? I will try to give Joy the benefit of, oh, thank you. I try to give Joy the benefit of the doubt that she didn't see that briefing. Because if you saw that yesterday on numerous topics, no big binder, I think she might have had a different impression of this young woman who held her own.
I mean, you would have to give her the benefit of the doubt that she did absolutely no research or reading about anything dealing with Karoline Leavitt before she made that remark. Because Karoline Leavitt she went to St. Anselm College. She worked for WMUR.
Ran for Congress?
In New Hampshire. She ran for Congress at the age of 25. But out of very good...
Karoline's accomplishments speak for themselves, especially at her age. Meanwhile, critics have long pointed out that Whoopi's style often seems less about meaningful debate and more about dominating or silencing the conversation.
She lost by 8 or 9 points, but she still put on a good campaign. Then she was the press secretary for the Trump campaign, going on TV literally every day.
Well, heavily pregnant and a new mom.
Yeah, she's a new mother. And then she goes out yesterday and gives and this is speaking very objectively, because I've watched every press secretary since going back to Marlon Fitzwater. Yeah, I'm that old. And she went out there for her very first briefing at the age of 27 years old, the youngest press secretary ever, and did a terrific...
But Karoline held her ground, calm, composed, and confident. She responded without hesitation, never flinching under the pressure of the seasoned panel.
Men are completely out of touch with reality, and you're right, ABC would
like to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work for.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay,
now,
I'm sorry, guys. We're going to come back out to the panel. Karoline, thank you very much for your time.
Of course, Whoopi had her own points, and whether you agree with them or not, it's worth recognizing her perspective during the exchange.
So good. So good. In a statement afterwards, this young lady claimed her, quote, on-air snub proves that you know who will not be treated fairly in the upcoming debate. Now, do you think this is going to make people doubt whether CNN can stay objective, or is this more the same of everybody's against me, it's all rigged, I tell you? Is everything rigged?
No, it's their MO. That's what they do. Rachel Maddow said last week, she's like, if the election is lost, it was rigged. If there's a debate, then the moderators are probably biased and they're prejudiced against.
Then came Karoline's defining line. Whoopi, do you realize what you're saying? You talk about empowering women, but when a conservative woman succeeds, you dismiss it entirely. The room went silent. Even Joy, normally quick to interrupt, stayed quiet. Karoline continued, highlighting how the show often uses rehearsed talking points to shut down differing opinions. The audience was shocked, social media exploded, and ABC scrambled to contain the fallout.
While I vowed to provide the truth from this podium, we ask that all of you in this room hold yourselves to that same standard. We know for a fact there have been lies that have been pushed by many legacy media outlets in this country about this president, about his family, and we will not accept that. We will call you out when we feel that your reporting is wrong or there is misinformation about this White House.
Boom. She's got more.
I would like to point out to each and every one of you that in 2024, when Joe Biden was in the Oval Office, or upstairs in the residence sleeping, I'm not so sure, egg prices increased 65% in this country.
Bam!
Word is, ABC executives were not thrilled. Producers were reportedly frustrated. Sponsors voiced concerns, and loyal viewers began questioning the show's direction. In the very next episode, Whoopi was noticeably absent, with ABC issuing a statement that she was taking time to reflect on recent discussions. Many saw this as a sign that serious decisions were underway. With ratings, advertisers, and credibility all at stake, ABC now faces a critical choice: make a bold change or risk losing viewers. Could Karoline Leavitt's confrontation spark the biggest shakeup in The View's history? Tell us in the comments. Was this the most unforgettable moment yet? And could it mark a turning point for the show? Don't forget to like and subscribe to catch all the latest updates and heated debates.